Okay, so honestly, the connection to the teaching on emptiness has been there for as far as or as long as I can remember. Even as a child, I had this quiet, intuitive pull toward understanding the ultimate, who I am and what this world really is. I remember I'd sit alone quietly in my school library because that's the only place I was able to find a quiet place. So just reflecting. So it felt natural and even necessary. In junior high, you may know I was drawn to Zen and existentialistic idea. And by high school, I was reading a lot of books, lots on my own. And that deep desire led me to study Buddhism in college in Japan. Then when I came across the Japanese translation of the Shamatha and the Vipassana sections of Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim Tenmo, very scholarly book translation done by a Japanese scholar, it changed everything. It blew my mind, you could say. So it lit up something in me. It felt like his words, Lama Tsongkhapa's writing was authentic and brings clarity to all the puzzles I sensed in the Buddhist teachings and in my life. That's almost, you can say, the achy or painful longing to deeply understand, to walk the path those great masters walked, from the Buddha to Nagarjuna to Chandrakirti to Lama Tsongkhapa, eventually brought me to India to study with Tibetan teachers. Looking back, now I come to think about, it might seem like a strange thing for a young Japanese girl to pursue, but it felt completely natural to me. Emptiness isn't just an abstract concept, as you know. It's the key to liberation, to ending suffering at its root. So in many ways, my life has always revolved around that deep connection to that truth. What really distinguishes Tsongkhapa's approach to emptiness is his extraordinary clarity and precision. He didn't just present emptiness as a vague, mystical, or abstract idea. He systematically unpacked it in a way that makes it accessible, logical, and grounded in reasoned analysis. So every sentence he states are backed up by Buddha's word and Indian sources. So his brilliance lies in how he harmonized profound insight with rigorous debate, ensuring the realization isn't based on a vague intuitions or feeling, but on deep, you can say, the stable understanding. So one unique aspect is his emphasis of this, you can say, the two reality or two truth, conventional and ultimate, and how they are not contradictory but mutually supportive. So the heart of Tsongkhapa's discovery, I would say, of the meaning of Buddha's teaching reside in bringing depending origination, this lived experience, each of us right now, we having this lived experience, and emptiness, reality of the emptiness together. So that's a great contributions. Of course, in Nagarjuna's writing, it's there, but then clarified by Chandra Kiyoti, then presented accessibly way by Lama Tsongkhapa. So Tsongkhapa's masterfully showed how appearance arise dependently, and because of that, they are empty of inherent existence. And because they are empty, they can function. This understanding protects us from falling into either extreme, nihilism or eternalism. So for practitioners like us, this is incredibly precious and relevant. His approach gives us tools to directly challenge our grasping at things as solid and real. So this grasping being the root of our suffering, as you know, while still allowing us to function in the world with compassion and responsibilities, the karmic cause and effect. So Tsongkhapa's path is deeply experiential in that sense, but also intellectually refined. It's not about rejecting the world, but understanding its true nature, so we can engage with it more wisely and with confidence and clarities. So for me, his teaching are like you can say clear map through the foggy, muddy water or something like that, especially helpful in our time when we crave for authenticity and practicality, both on the spiritual path. So that's what's something I can say. There are lot more to say about Lama Tsongkhapa's view, unique view, but this is I can highlight. Yeah, understanding emptiness as taught by Tsongkhapa offers contemporary practitioners like us not only the profound wisdom, but also practical healing, I would say, because I was healed by his teachings. What's especially inspiring is Tsongkhapa's own journey, his relentless search, personal search for the correct middle way view. Through deep study, meditation, and lived experiences, he arrived at a clear and precise understanding of Madhyamika, which he then articulated in a way that is both deeply rooted in tradition, authentic tradition, and accessible to sincere seekers. So his life story is so inspiring. I was so inspired by his path, journey that he tread. So the Buddha taught many teachings as medicine to heal the afflictions of the mind, prescribing the different medicines for different mental and emotional ailments. But the teaching on emptiness is the most potent medicine. It addresses the root of all suffering, all ailments, grasping at inherent existence. So Tsongkhapa's presentation is unique because it doesn't bypass our lived conventional reality. Instead, it embraces, you could say, helping us see how things appear dependently while all being empty of independent essence. In today's world, we are overwhelmed by emotional reactivities, divisions, and endless mental chatter. Emptiness cuts through all of that, especially as Tsongkhapa put it. His approach helps us untangle you can say, untangle wrong views, reduce conflict, and loosen the right ways we relate to ourselves and the world. So ultimately, it leads us toward genuine peace, the kind that arises not by escaping life, but by seeing it clearly, just as it is. That's the kind of contributions I could point out. So participants can expect a carefully structured 10-month integrative journey, I would say, that weaves together study, contemplation, and the direct experience of the profound teachings on emptiness. So each month we focus on a specific aspect of Lama Tsongkhapa's presentation of emptiness. So sequentially as presented in Guy Newland's Introduction to Emptiness, this book, this structured study is paired with guided contemplative practices to move beyond merely intellectual understanding and toward embodied insight. The course is not just about receiving information. So it's about transformation. We emphasize the experiences learning while analytical study is balanced with meditation and practical reflections. So we're gonna include lots of discussion sessions as well. So each philosophical teaching become a doorway into direct experience. Theoretical part is very important as well, but the interactive community is also key part of the journey. Rather than passive lectures, sessions are designed to be engaging and collaborative. We also hold a monthly student-led discussion session to deepen shared experience, exploration, and dialogue around each chapter's themes. So most importantly, everything we explore is connected back to practice. Participants are guided to integrate these teachings into their own practice, Vajrayana path if they are practicing, and everyday life, so that understanding emptiness become a lived experience, not just a concept. This course is, I would say, a progressive unfolding, a deepening journey into the view that liberates. This course is designed to bridge scholarly study and lived experience. I strongly feel this importance of this bridge gap. This is, of course, an ambitious journey on my part. But then each month we explore a key aspect of emptiness through the lens of Tsongkhapa's teaching. As I mentioned, Tsongkhapa's teaching, which is clear and precise and authentic. So based on the order of the presentation in this book, Introduction to Emptiness, but we don't stop at intellectual understanding. Alongside the study, we engage in contemplative meditation practice that help participants internalize the teaching. That's, I think, important. These meditations are designed to bring the view of emptiness into one's own direct experience. We also emphasize applying these insights to daily life, day-to-day life. That's the point, right? So transforming how we relate to the challenges, emotions, and others, whatever arises in our life. So there are lots of material to work with. So the balance comes from continually moving between the conceptual and the experiential. Study sharpens clarity, meditation deepens the insight, and everyday life becomes a ground for the integration. So it's a full path, path of transformations, I would say. At least that's my intention. Engaging with a community in the exploration of a subject like emptiness is profoundly supportive and enriching, and almost necessary. And emptiness can be a subtle and challenge. Actually, is a subtle and challenging topic. Something that benefits greatly from shared reflection, discussion, and mutual encouragement. So in this course, the community become a mirror or sounding board by hearing how others understand and work with the teaching. We refined our own insight. Otherwise, our own insight gets muddy and maybe more confused or something like that. So it's so important when we encounter doubt or even resistance, the community holds a space for us to explore and move through with greater clarity and courage. There's also inspiration in walking this path together, don't you think? So knowing that others are committed to deepening their understanding and integrating the view into their lives helps sustain our own commitment. We learn not only from the teacher or from somebody, particular person, or particular book, but from each other, one another, through our questions, realization, experience, and shared aspirations. It's not just a study group or book group. It's become a sangha in a true sense, a field of collective awakening. Yeah, engaging with the teaching in this, for example, here, entering Tsongkhapa's view, this course could be essential for anyone who sincerely aspire to deepen their understanding and practice of the Dharma, especially within the Gelu tradition. If we are serious about liberation and emptiness, I hope we all are. And then we simply can't bypass the teachings about emptiness, correct? We might have been doing that, but this might be the opportunity to really engage. So this profound view, first revealed by the Buddha in the Perfection of Wisdom Sutras, was then clarified by Nagarjuna and further refined by masters like Buddhaparita and Chandrakirti. Then Lama Tsongkhapa's unique brilliance was in illuminating this view with unmatched clarity, rigor, and experiential depth, as I mentioned before. So this course offers a structured, accessible way to enter Lama Tsongkhapa's vast vision, not just intellectually, but in a way that supports personal transformation. So I would say there are 4 main aims to the course that maybe cultivate deep understanding, first of all, through Tsongkhapa's systematic presentation of emptiness. Then learn meditation techniques, how to meditate on emptiness. Then nurture direct insight. Third one could be integrate that insight into daily life and your practice, Vajrayana practice, if you're practicing. Then finally, fourth is build a solid foundations for engaging with Tsongkhapa's more advanced or further reading text, such as illuminating the intent, Gompa Lapseo. Back old days, only Tibetans available. Now, all the books are available in English. You guys are so lucky, fortunate. You should rejoice, really. While we may not be a monastic or academic scholars with years to devote to textual studies, we now have the great fortune of access to excellent English translations of Tsongkhapa's work, all of them. Yeah, most major texts are translated. So this course serves as a vital gateway, equipping us with the tools, language, and experiential grounding needed to enter those deeper teachings with confidence and authenticity. I myself very excited. I never read the English translation, but then I read those Tibetan one previously. I'm so excited hoping to read those texts in English with critical edition and footnote and so forth. So I need a company to read together. So that's you. So ultimately entering Tsongkhapa's view, this course is not just a course, it's a path that opens the door to genuine insight, grounding our spiritual journey in both clarity and compassion. So you feel a call toward the teaching on emptiness, so rejoice. It's already incredible precious to feel that even the word emptiness, then you feel something. So that's an incredible precious opportunity. So this kind of aspiration doesn't arise by chance. As Nagarjuna said, the teaching on emptiness is like nectar. It doesn't just remove wrong views, it cures the deepest root of our suffering. If you feel even a spark of interest, just tiny bit of interest, I encourage you to listen to that deeply. So you don't need to have it all figured out to begin. So that's the thing, all of us are beginners. So what matters most is your sincerity and willingness to explore. This course is here to support you, to guide you through the river of profundity with clarity, warmth. It's not dryness, warmth, and community, supportive communities. So I invite you open-heartedly, take this step with us, step by step, with study, meditation, and practice. What feels distant will become intimately known. In other words, to make emptiness intimate. Yeah. Take the emptiness from the bookshelf or something like that. We are so incredibly fortunate to have encountered the Buddha's teaching, first of all, in general, especially the profound view of emptiness, which offers the medicine for the root of all sufferings. This is not something to take lightly. It's a rare and precious opportunities, and with it, it comes both joy and responsibilities. I always say that. So this is your responsibility to make use of this fortune. I invite you to rejoice in this good fortune and also take it to heart through study, contemplation, and meditation, so that the teaching becomes lived experience, leading to true freedom for ourselves and all beings. So thank you for the opportunity for me to share a little bit about one of my dearest topic, emptiness. And may your journey into this wisdom be deeply transformative and filled with blessings.